Hello, who are you and what are we doing today?
Hey guys, I'm Henry from the Disciples, and this weekend I got top 16 at the European Championship with Danger Tier. Sick deck.
Would you like to show us this sick deck?
Yes, we'll do. So let's start off with the main deck. So standard tier ratios, there's literally 3 of every monster. Like, this is just mandatory because you need to make sure that your mills are as good as possible. So yeah, it's just not negotiable, to be honest. Then this is a danger tier profile, so we play dangers, a very small danger lineup. My initial list played like more Mothman and like a Tsuchinoko and other stuff, but I found that like it was just bad card quality. Like, these are insane. Like, this is the reason why the dangers work, because they're aqua and dark. The aqua's insane to make a Kalos and dark to make this card, which is like insane. And drawing cards is really good in this format in breaking boards, because there's so many good cards you can draw into to break boards. So yeah, that's sick. This is very good because you can get this and this, and having a level 4 danger is great for your rank 4 toolbox that you have in your extra deck.
Thank you.
And then for the rest of the monsters, these are 3 good cards to mill. These are like bonus cards. Like, everyone's playing like Dark Ruler, Evenly Matched, Super Poly, so you need, like, everyone's trying to interact with your board, so you need more cards, like interactions from different areas, and Snow is incredible at doing that. You generally send this off Curious turn 1, like you always get to it, and yeah, it's insane card, to be honest. Destrudo, it's really good at getting to Curious. Again, like, it's another good mill. There's not many other cards that fulfill this card's purpose. The only other one really is Gizmek, which you kind of MVP, to be honest. Like, going second against Sprite, you just have this in hand, summon it, it's just mad pressure. Actually, just mad pressure. Like, be able to banish top 3, pop 1, incredible, and it has great synergy with Gizmek, the Link 4 as well.
You mean the Zerberus?
Sorry, Zerberus. Sorry,
It's 4 AM.
It's very late where we are. We are currently on the ferry coming back from Belgium, so yeah, sorry if there's lack of energy. But yeah, that's all the monsters, 20 monsters, perfect 2020 for monsters, spells and traps. So spells, 4 field spell, yeah, you do unfortunately play 4 field spell. It's insane. The effect to like pop comes up so often, because this deck sometimes has trouble clearing back rows, like back row matchups, like London matchups. It's incredible, and the 500 gain comes up a lot, like a lot of outdated tier lists. But because I should say, sorry, getting off track. So the 500 list is really important for getting over stuff like Winder, and like, it's incredible in the mirror just having your guys 500. It came up for game a lot. Like, this gaining 500, it does double damage. That's 4k. That's half-life in 1 attack, which is like kind of absurd. So yeah, incredible card. Just need to see it. Just consistency as well. Yeah, great card. Best card of the deck, Instant Fusion. Summons your Kikalos and sometimes Mud Dragon for rank 4s. Yeah, if you could play 6, you'd play 6. And then we don't really play like many engine requirements, so just drawing 2 cards is incredible. Like, it's great going first and second. Like, there's not many negates in the format. Like in the mirror, you can just desires and dig for the board breakers, which are as follows. So 3 Super Poly, 2 Dark Ruler,
Ooh.
and 1 Mystic Mine.
What was the reasoning for the 2 Dark Ruler?
So okay, so there's a limited number of space in my deck for going second cards. I valued, so the order of which card I think was best. I think this is best because this is sick going first and second, and like, you draw a surprising number of cards going first. Like, you see a lot of your deck, so having your board breakers be like flexible going first is incredible. Because in testing, there's too many hands where I'll play 3 Dark Ruler, I'll go first, I'll either open 1, open 2, or like end of my turn with like 2 in hand, because I like keep drawing and like danger's missing, and it's just grim. Like, the card's obviously incredible, but I didn't need it to win, if that makes sense. Like, these cards fill the same purpose. Mystic Mine, actual god card this weekend. Like, if you watched any of the Euros games, like, it just put in like way too much work. Like, if there was a game like last round in the mirror where I did full combo and my hand was like this too, I was like, come, break my board. I was like, sick, Dark Ruler Mine, GG. Like, yeah, no, like this card needs to be respected, and I did respect it, which is why I played the one Galaxy Cyclone. I think if you did like any testing on the format, really, like this is too much mine. Like people just had enough at this point. Like this card needs to go. So yeah, just having a main deck out is really important. So yeah, it's incredible to mill. And I played a game against Flunder where I went Curious Send Galaxy Cyclone because I was like, I actually just need a mine out. Then the rest of the main deck was Foolish. Yeah, there's like obviously it sends any tier, but being able to send Snow was like came up a lot. Like this sends Snow, like I think almost every time I saw it, because you'd full combo, feel like okay, like does it resolve? If not, send tier. If it resolves, send Snow, and it's a starter. Just yeah, great card, great card. The only hand traps I was playing was free Imperm. This was because I wanted a hand trap which A didn't trigger talents, because everyone's playing talents. Like it was such a board breaker heavy format. And secondly, because you could use this on your opponent's turn. So for example, against Splight, if I opened Dark Ruler Imperm, which is like a common hand to open, you would Imperm the Jets if you can't get the smashes, then Dark Ruler them, and they have like 0 engine interruptions, which is powerful. So yeah, just being able to like hold impermanence until your turn. Like in the mirror, people were like dwellering me, so, like having Imperm the Dweller was big. And also you just want like varied interruptions, like post side when you get like Slayed or like Dark Ruler, like yeah, just like Imperm, good card, yeah. And then final 2 cards in my deck, Suliek and Metanoise, one of each of a trap. You would grab this almost every time, and to be honest, if I were to do this event again, I'll play 2 of this and 0 Metanoise. I did search this about twice. This card, the reason why this is so good, because this looks better. I think on paper this looks better. Like it bucks a monster and it foolishes a guy. Like that's incredible value. But just having this up is just pressure against Sprite, because they can't out it. The only way they out it is smashes, which is like you really don't want to do that because you've only got 1 smashes, and spending it on a trap that's really like used it's just not good value for the Sprite player. And like Zeus is peak because you get a search, which searches for a card but out Zeus. So it's rough. Yeah, like setting up this turn 1 against Sprite is normally game, and this can get Ashen as well, which is actually peak when it happens. Yeah, it's actually just so peak. And yeah, just being a one-time use, because like so many games in this format just went for like 2-3 turns. So yeah, like you actually needed like cards which stuck around. And this is also a better mill, because this adds from deck, this adds from grave. So yeah, that's the main deck, 40 cards. Very happy with it. The reason why I preferred like this main deck over like the Punk variant was that I played slightly more on an engine. Like I saw a lot of other lists that topped, and was like the only non-engine was free Super Poly. I agree that card's insane, but like you need like more. Like in my opinion, like obviously safe, but yeah, no, I think you need more. But yeah, moving on to the extra deck. Fusions. So 2 Kit Kalos. Oh, that's not Kit Kalos. 2 Kit Kalos. Yeah, main searcher. Because you always go through it in your combos. Kaleido Heart is incredible. Having this set up with this trap is like actually just game, because like you do this, you send it, you negate something, then this, summon yourself back, sends 1, spin 1, then summon 1. It's actually absurd. In these 2, this, as I said earlier, comes up instant fusion for rank 4. Sorry, I'm moving this up and down all the time. This comes up as like instant for rank 4 and super poly. Comes up a lot against like mirrors and sprite boards. And actually in the mirror, summoning this and calling dark is like really powerful, because they can't target your guys with like Suliek, with like Dragos Stapelia. So yeah, that is definitely impactful, and you need it in your deck. This I only had room for 1. I didn't really miss it. There was a couple times where like I would summon it preemptively on my turn, and then my super poly in the mirror would be worse. So I think you need to be careful if playing 1 how you summon this. But yeah, good card. And also it's very important to know how this works, because so it negates activated effects, but only what is on the field. So if you target this to negate and like book it, like it still resolves. So yeah, it's important to know the interactions. And this card, in my opinion, is like anti-Wild Tier is like the best deck, because This lets your super poly against Sprite always be live, which is incredible. It means going second, your win rate is like almost as good as going first. Like the edge of that matchup is absurd. And this card allows you to go into so many curious lines with your tier cards. Like so many times, like I would like summon Rhino, send summon kit, get negated, then I would continue by summoning this and another guy, go into curious, draw one, send snow. I use pop off. Yeah, incredible card. And going for the game, it's insane. Like with the filter spell, as I said, like it's actually half-life, one attack. It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, that's all the fusions I play. Moving on to the links. So, so Sprite cards broken. Yeah, so generally your M board going first would be this L5P. I remember it's basically every game because how I like went around this format is I was thinking, okay, like what, like how is my board being broken? And there was like Dark Ruler, there's Poly, and like post is evenly matched. And like this was just very good resource value. You'd like summon this after resolving Kit and Guru, you would draw one, and you would always have Zodiac up. So if they Dark Rulered you, you would go chain Zodiac and then chain Elf, summon back Merly. So this is live. It's broken, and so this could either go into Unicorn, or Zeroboros, or Appaloosa. Sorry, I'm like there's cards everywhere. I'm a messy guy. I'm sorry. This was very powerful with Snow because like you would Snow, book something, Masquerade, link off Snow. This, by the way, yeah, definitely isn't mine. But shout outs to Harbour for letting me use it for the profile. This was very good against Spite. There was a couple of games where like I would clear the board and like summon Appaloosa, pass, and like the like follow up just isn't designed to beat Appaloosa. And then like next turn you just pop off and kill them. And this was probably the MVP of the day. This card is huge. This gets very big very quickly. And with Zeroboros, get my names mixed up. With Gizmek and Snow in your graveyard, like there's just too many ways to trigger this. And like Sprite has to like sweat to like clear this as well. I won a game in top 32 where I had Zeroboros and a set Imperm, and that was it. And his only out was Zeus, so he went Century attack, chain Imperm, game 3. It was sick. It was sick. And then yeah, Unicorn, which I said comes up from IP. Yeah, like sometimes actually on my turn, what I would do is I would make IP, and then go into Unicorn, and then Unicorn for Toad, so they can't destroy this. And then you'd link this into, where's the MVP? There he is, into the Zeroboros and just kill them. For my last two links, Dark and Curious. This very similar to IP. Into Sprite, you would just summon this, and they just trade very badly into this because if they negate it, you get the search, and if not, you get to summon a guy and go into like Unicorn or Zeroboros. And this is the reason why the deck works. You go into Curious, you send Tears, send Snow, either get your engine rolling or to make your end more better, diversify your interruptions. And then for the powerful last two cards of the extra deck, Redo and Dweller. So there was like 4 cards I wanted from this spot. There was Baguska, which was for when I get shifted, and Cowboy for time. I didn't rate Cowboy. I think I actually might play in the future because in tier mirrors, you just go to time like way too often. It's crazy. So having a time win con I think is really important. It just makes games far less stressful. This has definitely fallen off, and I don't think many lists will be playing this. But this came up like quite a lot, to be honest. There's not many rank 4s where like in like complicated game states you can summon it and you can do something next turn. Like actually like make a play next turn, which is very important. Like when I was playing like without this, there's too many games where I would like half clear a like board under like their Dweller or under like I don't know something else like a Sprite board, but like you can't quite clear, and like you only like end on Dweller. Mass is not good enough. I mean, this card obviously in the mirror match is incredible, and yeah, very good card. Sorry, it's really late. I'm like struggling forwards. Moving on to the side deck, we have 3 copies of Cherries. This should not be in the deck. So I submitted my list on Friday, and then I tried to change this for Nibs. but the Neuron like didn't really work, so it's cherries. The card was terrible. I never started it in a CBA. Back removal, 3 20s, Harpies, and Reboot, which I agree is a lot of back row. I was very comfortable with my main deck into Tear and Sprite. There was like very few tweaks I wanted to make. It would have been this for Nib in the Tear matchup, but obviously, you know, that didn't work out. So like just having like I was very scared of floodgates. I was very scared of floodgates. Like I thought Twin traded really well, especially when you're playing dangers and cards that have value in grave. And like Mystic Mine Outs as well. Like you want more Mine Outs, but there's so much Mine in the room. So yeah, like these cards definitely overperformed. Gamma, I actually like CBA like playing a format without Gamma. This card is incredible. Like just any time that you're going second, like this card is the best card in the game. Like non-negotiable. It's surprisingly bad into Tier, but well, it's not. Sorry, I actually like card doesn't say it. Like against Sprite, normal Diva, use Effect, Jane Gamma, GG, go next. Yeah, it's incredible. And then the last card on the side was the Skill Drain. Your guys have very high attack points, and Sprite guys have very low attack points. Flip Skill Drain and win. Sick. And yeah, that's the deck. If I were to change anything, yeah, like I said, I'd probably play 2 of this instead of 1 Meta Noise. And the only other change I would make is Mothman. I played 2 Mothmans. The longer the tournament went on, the more tier I played, and I really wanted like more level 4s to go into Dweller. So 2 Mothman will come in. Shoutouts, big shout out to Brotherhood Games, obviously my team of Disciples. Huge shout out to cameraman Marcus, he won the tournament, European champion, undefeated, which is incredible. Bossman Betty for going top 32 as well, sick. And also for people who borrowed cards to me, Vinny, Arthur, Leon, of course Leon, he comes in every event. Yeah, should be it. Thanks for watching everyone, have a good day.
Amazing deck profile. Take care.